Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reacting to a new artist I have never reacted to before on this channel, LIZZY MCALPINE, and we're going to react to her new album, Older. I haven't actually listened to Lizzy's first album, 5 Seconds Flat, at least I think it's her first album, but I do listen to a few songs from that album. Well, I guess just two. Ceilings, of course, because it was super popular on TikTok. And then Doomsday. I think that one came on my shuffle one time and I just keep listening to it. I really, really like it. So I'm excited for this album. I did hear like a clip of Older, the song, on TikTok as well. I think she was singing it acoustically or something. That's what made me really want to listen to the album because it sounded beautiful. So before we listen to the album, there is info about it on Apple Music. It says LIZZY MCALPINE's third, so I am mistaken. She has 3 albums, this is her third. Third full length began as a classic breakup album, which is to say Tunnel Vision. She tells Apple Music everything was about that. It wasn't until she wrote the runaway hit Older that she realized what the project was really about. Personal growth, trusting your instincts, seeing the bigger picture. That song recontextualized everything, she said. Suddenly I saw what those 3 years had really been for. Older is a portrait of an artist in her early 20s, falling out of love and stepping into her power. Creating it required her to get out of her comfort zone. After making the tough decision to part ways with her producer, she surrounded herself with a full band, re-recorded most of the songs, and assembled a project that confronts a breakup's gray areas. MCALPINE ordered the songs on the album to trace the arc of their relationship, culminating in 4 tracks to illustrate the perspective she gained. Read on to discover the story behind each song. Okay, so that gives us some context going into the album. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the first song. There are 14 tracks on this album, and we're gonna get started with the first one. It is called The Elevator. Can't think she's gonna be waiting for something or someone.
It wasn't slow, it happened fast, and suddenly the only thing I saw was you. I didn't know the half of it, and suddenly I had everything to lose.
That was The Elevator, and just based off the vibes alone, I already can tell that I'm gonna like this album. The intro was beautiful. What a way to really set the tone for the album and kind of lead us into what is going to happen. But yeah, I don't know, I just really liked it. All right, we're gonna move on to Come Down Soon.
He leans out the window of the car as it rolls away. He says, you come here often. I have to laugh cause that's so cliche.
Okay, so already I can tell this is about her kind of already setting herself up for failure. She thinks that this is going to happen, this relationship is going to be the same as her other relationships, and that it'll come crashing down soon, even though all of these things now at the moment feel right.
Here's a cigarette he offers in his outstretched hand. I remind him I don't smoke these. He says I knew that. Someone
also noticing that she of course wrote all of these songs, and this one is completely self-written, so I'm wondering without the producer if that's kind of the trend of these. All right, the next song is called Like It Tends to Do.
I don't know what to do with my hands anymore. Feels exactly like it was, but at the same time it feels so different. You find a little window and finally make your move. Would it feel like it felt when we had nothing to lose? Or would everything have changed?
She sounds beautiful in this.
I've been standing in the same room. People enter one by one. I've stopped hoping they'll be you. I've been standing in the same room. Or if everything had changed, like it tends to do.
Ooh, that one was beautiful. I loved that song. It sounds like a relationship that has obviously changed into something different. I don't know if this is some kind of like friends that were something more or were never something more. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. I don't know that they actually were something, but it's somebody that you're distant from, and time changes people. So, you know, like she said, she was wishing that everyone in the room was this person, but then towards the end, she said she stopped hoping that they'll be you. So something obviously changed and shifted, and I don't know if that's just time or if something bad happened, but I'm sure we'll find out. All right, the next song is called Movie Star. It's only a minute and a half.
I'm special. He sees me. He chose me out of everyone. I feel like a movie star in the leading role. I wanna change, I wanna grow, but it's physically impossible to stand here and not say that I love you, even if I don't.
This has a similar vibe to the previous one about kind of time changing and your feelings on a situation or relationship changing throughout the relationship. So we're gonna go on to the next one. All Falls Down. Okay, Ring Around the Rosies. Loving the instrumentation and vocals in this album so far.
Like you today, more than a shell of me. Couldn't say who I am right now,
Really jazzy.
'cause it all falls down on you at the same time.
It's like
Yeah,
horns,
falls down on you at the
trumpets.
same time. 23 and a sold out show. I am happy, but I'll probably cry after you go home. 22 was a panic attack. I can't stop the time from moving, and I can never
All right, that was All Falls Down, didn't love that one. The instrumentation in that one was really jazzy and fun. It sounded like musical theater in a way that I didn't necessarily love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it moving. It's okay to have, you know, a song or two that doesn't hit as good as the others, in my opinion. Please remember that, everyone. Okay, song number 6 is Staying, and it starts right away. Thought I'd have a little second to introduce it, but
I'm too far gone to care. I wish I could have said what I meant when it was right there. I'm laying in bed with you, and you're falling asleep. How can you look so peaceful? And you know I'm gonna leave. I hope you get by.
she sounds beautiful.
I keep on lying and sweating at night. Hold me until someone sends me a sign. I will someday let this go forever. Hold me until I find the
All right, that was Staying. Seems like she's talking about the same relationship. And it just seems like they fell out of love. Because she said, you know, she even mentions that he knows she's gonna leave him, because she says, how can you look so peaceful when you know I'm gonna leave? What happens when you love me dry? So it just seems like the relationship has run its course, and you know, they're not how they used to be. We're gonna go into track 7 called I Guess. I wish there's not much to say during the song, so I'm sorry if this is boring to watch, but
straighten your tie. We're not alone. I'll tell a lie just to bring you home. We danced together. You're not that good. I'll tell a lie, but it's understood.
2 times that seems justifiable to
I
lie.
guess it's all about timing. I guess it's all about the things you want but never get. I guess it's all about trying. Wish it was easy. I wish I knew what I was doing, but I never do.
Nice outro. Alright, that was I Guess, and I liked it, I guess. No, I'm kidding. I actually did like it. I liked the meaning of it, and I don't know, it still has that vibe of like, I don't really, like, the relationship is just what it is, and I don't really know how to make it last, kind of, in a way. What was I gonna say about this? Oh, I'm not sure how I'm feeling about the band now. I kind of wish she worked with the producer specifically, like it said in the thing, she like departed from her producer and just went with the band. I like the band in some songs, but then other songs it feels like too much. I feel like a lot of her songs would work really well if they were just like guitar or just piano, but I don't know. Alright, now we're gonna move on to the next song called Drunk, Running. That would be horrible. I run and can't imagine running drunk.
What did you mean when you said that You were sober now. Caught you in bed with a Red Bull vodka 2 weeks out.
Seems like there's some lying. Maybe this lying isn't as justifiable.
Stops you. Nobody takes it from your hand. Even when you break your leg drunk running.
See, this is when the instrumentation does sound good and fits the vibe of the song really well.
What if it was all my fault? What if I drove you to it? I was only honest sometimes, and I think you knew it.
Can't tell if she's the one that was drunk running or if he was.
Take a person out of memories to stay when I shouldn't.
Same relationship. Talking about she needs to leave, and she knows she needs to leave.
No one stops me. Nobody takes you from my hand.
All right, that one was drunk running, and again, sounds like driver's license. She alludes to knowing she needs to leave the relationship but staying, and it seems like he also knows that she wants to leave, so I'm just not sure why they haven't, you know, I guess feeling comfortable or whatever. But that was drunk running. I really liked that one. I really liked the instrumentation, and then the drums came in on the second verse and I was like, do I like this? But then as it went on, I did like it. So for now I like it, but I think I also just need to re-listen to these songs and then I'll really like them all. All right, we're gonna go to track 9, Broken Glass.
Broken glass on the table. Pick it up, hold it to your throat.
Okay.
I can see who you are now that the window is broke. I know you've been hurt, but you did it first to me.
That was Broken Glass. I really liked that one. She's mentioning all these little, you know, broken glass. She's mentioning the broken glass. So sorry about that. Mentioning broken glass throughout the relationship and how they're kind of holding the broken glass up to each other's necks and using it as sort of a way to get out of the relationship, but then none of them ever, you know, slice, which is kind of why they're in this predicament in the first place. I really liked it. Again, the band thing is not working on some of these songs for me personally. And every song has a really long outro, which is fine. I like long outros, but it's like the same like band. I would like it if there was some like ad-libs or some atmosphere or something, but it just feels like, you know, the band is still playing and she's kind of like a musical in a way. I'm not quite sure. All right, we're going on to the next track, You Forced Me To.
You're on top of you. It never stops. I am guilty, aren't you? Deserve it for my crimes. I know that I love You forced me to. You met me. I have changed because you forced me to.
All right. I think this gave us a little more context in the whole relationship, but it seems like obviously he was in love with her, and that's why I guess he was okay with, in the previous songs, you know, sleeping there knowing that she wanted to end it but was sleeping peacefully, and like all this stuff is because he really loved her but she didn't love him as much, which is awkward. All right, next song we're going into is Older. I really liked the clip I heard of this on TikTok.
Over and over, the carousel ride. Pay for your ticket, watch the red moon climb. Sick to my stomach, can't find the ground. Stuck in a loop, watch the curtain come down. Thought it'd be over by now. Thought you would leave. Thought I would come to my senses. I wish I knew what the end is.
This is the one I like the most so far. Just melodically, instrumentation, vocals.
Over and over, watch it all pass. Mom's getting older, I'm wanting it back. Where no one is dying and no one is hurt, and I have been good to you instead of making it worse. There I lost all my senses. I wish I knew what the end is.
Beautiful. That's what made me want to listen to this album in the first place, and it delivered. It was so good. And just talking about time passing, feelings changing, similar to what the themes of the album are. I think the part that's so heartbreaking is like mom's getting older. I wish I could go back to when people weren't dying and people weren't older, and what did she say exactly? I don't know, but it was so good. Yeah, I'm wanting it back where no one is dying and no one is hurt, and I have been good to you instead of making it worse. So the relationship had changed. All right, moving on to Better Than This.
1, 2, 3.
Gotta get the band going.
All of this, look what I've turned into.
Is this like some cheating code situation?
But if I'm not a good person, you always say that I am. Honest to God, I should go. Someone will love me better than this, better than this. You don't really know me at all now. I have you right in the palm of my hand. 'Cause I like to be seen and I like to be wanted. Always could count on you there.
Another long outro, but at least she's singing. That was Better Than This, and I really, really liked that one. She's being really self-aware on this album, and she knows that she is not the best for him, and that he is not the best for her, but they stay in the relationship because it's comfortable. This is obviously leading to the breakup, because I actually said something about cheating at the beginning, but I think when she says, there's someone at my door, I can hear him knocking. If I let him inside, it will all be true. I think that actually means more of like she's gonna break up with him at that moment, but I could be wrong. All right, track 13 is called March.
I haven't learned anything. Never looked much like my father. 1 year older, but somehow I feel younger. I see it more now that he's gone. Or maybe I just see him in everything.
Ooh, is this about her father passing away?
How could it take so long?
Or maybe the breakup.
Thought I had it handled, but it slipped through. I didn't know it'd be this hard. So far away, and then it hits you. Called you when I heard the
Maybe about both.
spent the night lying next to you, like it was yesterday.
Not quite sure what that one's about. I think there's context in this little Apple Music thing, and I kind of want to read it. The song is about my dad, who passed away in 2020. Every 13th track on all of my albums is about him. He passed away on the 13th of March, and my first album came out on the 13th, and there were 13 tracks, and the 13th track was about him. I didn't really plan that, but I created a tradition. I don't really write about my dad with anyone because it's just really heavy and personal, but I wrote this song with the songwriter Ethan, who made me feel safe and open. Recording it was amazing. It feels so warm when the band comes in. It's a hug for your ears. Yeah, I really liked that one. Okay, I could tell that it was about her dad, and then there was something about distance or something, so it made it seem like it was the relationship. But yes, her dad. Oh, that's sad. But beautiful song, and I can imagine very comforting for her and for people who have lost their father. Last song, track 14, Vortex. It's a almost 6-minute track.
I can't say that I'm blameless. Carry the pain till it stops. Undress it until it's nameless, just like this did. I know it's not my fault. Sometimes it feels like I did this. One second into the next, I never know where my feet are. We're spinning out of a vortex. I don't remember who we are. Someday I'll be able to let you go, but it's always an act, and it never lasts long, 'cause I always come back when I need a new song, and I'm tired of this and the way that it feels. I'm not there anymore. This has never been real. We're just awful together and awful apart. Someday you'll come back and I'll say no.
Beautiful. There's a 2-minute outro. It's beautiful music. Alright everyone, that was Vortex, which is the last song on the album Older by Lizzy McAlpine. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed my first experience listening to a Lizzy McAlpine album. I do think that I loved a lot of the songs and then didn't really like a few of them, or didn't really love a few of them, I should say. I'm interested to see how, as I continue to listen to the album, how these songs will grow on me, if they'll grow on me. And the ones that I do like or slash love already, I know I'm going to love them even more the more I listen to them. Because that's kind of how Doomsday happened. I listened to it the first time and I was like, what's all this? And then the second time came around and the third time, and now I listen to it all the time. But very interesting. I think it's cool that she included the band. I've mentioned my little beef with them throughout this album reaction a little bit. But I think a lot of it was drawn out a bit much in the outros. And her voice is so soft that when there's such big, you know, band music in the background, it's kind of hard to hear and feel the emotion in her voice because she's kind of being drowned out by a lot of the music. But in the last 4 tracks, Older, Better Than This, March, and Vortex, they were all very acoustic, very just piano, and I think there was some guitar or something, but overall very chill, the last few tracks, which were my favorite 4, I'd say. And overall, just a really nice listen. I really enjoyed this album. Go give it a listen if you like. Maybe I'll listen to 5 Seconds Flat finally, or Give Me a Minute, which apparently is her first album that I've never listened to. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe down below. I do want to react to Conan Gray's new album. I've already said I'm going to react to Casey Musgrave's album. Still keep pushing it off. I don't know why. But I will be reacting to those 2. And then, of course, we have the Tortured Poets Department, which comes out in 2 weeks from today. So, a fortnight, if you will. So I'm super excited for that. Stay tuned. Subscribe. Thank you guys for watching.